Hi, Mike here. You're watching Scout Restoration Yukon. In this video, I installed the Fenders and Grill Panel. I will show all the details. I hope you like it. If you want to help, please subscribe to Scout Restoration Yukon. It's free. Mike Morrow, over and out. I've already just put the fenders in place and I lost part of that clip. So now I'm going to do a brief walk around showing all the fender bolts. Starting at the driver's door, there's a bolt here, then going up above the hinge, there's another bolt here, and another bolt at the top above the top of the hinge. Then there's 7 bolts along the top of the fender, and you can see there's a rubber gasket here. And then there's a row of bolts here along the inner fender. So I'm going to put all these bolts in. I'll be continuing with these 3 bolts on the passenger side. And the last bolt, the top one, has a ground wire. It goes here. Now, I'll just run these bolts in a little bit. Not tight. Just run them in a bit. Now I'm starting the bolts on the passenger side. With never cease, of course. Okay, I'll put the top one in here. This one. See if I can run this one in. I should take out this bottom one here. Put a little never cease on there. Just run it in. One more bolt at the top. Okay, so now all the bolts are in. And now I'm at the passenger side, bottom rear part of the fender. I'm going to push in as hard as I can and tighten this bolt. Not too tight, just tighten it like that, and then I will do the same thing on the other side. Now that I've tightened this bottom bolt and installed the 2 bolts here underneath, it's a nut and a bolt. First thing I want to do is tighten these bolts here so that the fender will be all the way forward, right? So I tighten these ones up. Then I know the fender is all the way forward. So these can have a final tightening. Now, that one. So that's final tightening for that. These are the 2 lower bolts with nuts. Tightening them. Now that's looking pretty good. It's tight. Attention, fellow Scout enthusiasts. Thanks for watching. I hope that you're getting useful insights from my videos. If I can earn 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to create Scout videos for a long time. Please like and subscribe so that we can continue this journey for years to come. I will show all the details. Over and out. Now I will install the grill panel. So I just have to remove these 2 bolts. Note the vertical rod that supports the center of the grill panel. Here's the grill panel. To be very careful. This one goes here. Get the stud in the hole. There. Now I'm just going to start these two front bolts. For now, that one started. This one started. Nut in the washer and a lock washer on here. All right. So once again, I want to get all the bolts in before I tighten the rest of the fender, because it's all one unit. Everything has to be lined up properly together. There's 4 bolts on each side that go this way from inside the fender. So I got to get in front of the front wheel and put those bolts in this way. 4 bolts on each side. So I'm looking from the top of the front wheel on the passenger side right into the very front of the front fender, and you can see these 4 bolt holes here going up. I know the light's not very good. I'm going to put a little light here. So what I'm going to do is start these bolts and run them in, but not tighten them. So let's get to work. Start with the easiest one, I guess. This is going in by finger. Now I can't get my hand in there, so I'm starting the bolts with a flex socket and a short extension. So here's a look inside the driver's side fender. All the bolts are started. These bolts, they go from the fender through to the grill support. And we'll just go look at the other side. Passenger side, all the bolts are started here too. 4 bolts. But I won't tighten them yet. This lines up pretty well. There, that shows it better. So you can see I'm lined up with the driver's side fender, and I'm lined up with the passenger side fender. So now I'm starting to tighten the top of the fender down, and I'm holding in the seal. Of course, there's never seals on all these bolts. Well, these are snug all the way down to the end. They're not super tight, but they're snug. I'm going to go back over the other side now. Same thing, driver's side. I'm holding the seal in. Just snugging these for now. Snug, push that in. And don't forget, these internationals, not everything fit perfectly. The sheet metal work was not that great. It's looking pretty good. Everything's lined up pretty good. So I'm going to do the final tightening on these. Same thing other side. So now it's final tightening. Passenger side, fender to grill support. Here. Here. One more bolt, the top one. Top one's the worst one. Tight. Final tightening in here. So this must be a significant milestone in my restoration. I've got most of the body parts on, except for the tailgate and the doors. So I'm going to do a little walk around. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm doing pretty good. It's starting to look like a Scout. The Fender emblem. I'll be doing another video. In another video, I will show how I install the emblems when I do the hood. Down here, you see the rocker panel, the rear quarter panel, along here, and of course the travel top. Right, both of them. Along here, down to here. I have to rebuild the rear axle, and of course I've got different rims. I've got the original rims, Kelsey Hayes 16-inch wheels this Scout came with. We still have to test our lights and things, and we may have some problems there. And I haven't installed the tailgate. The upper tailgate is nice. All the glass is in. All right, look over here. It's looking pretty good. Along the passenger side, there you go. We have a beautiful Scout. No door. Windshield's in. Dash is in. Transmission and transfer case are resealed. All right. Here's the emblem, Scout emblem on the other side of the Scout, and we're back at the front. And now we have a view of the engine compartment. One of these days I'll put the hood on. I have one more thing to do on this grill panel. This rod, that's a brace, it has a nut on each side, so I can adjust this panel, and then I want to tighten it up. So I've got a straight edge on here, and I'm just screwing this nut up till I don't see daylight anymore. There, so that's perfectly straight. Now all I have to do is hold the lower nut and tighten the top nut down. I'm tightening down the rod for the hood prop. There. In conclusion, I'm very happy to see the body coming together on my Scout. Everything is bang on. In my next video, my wife Janine and her friend Elizabeth helped me install the hood on the Scout. I will show all the details. I hope you like it. If you want to help, please subscribe to Scout Restoration Yukon. It's free. Mike Morrow, over and out.